You humans. So funny. You don't see what's going on around you. You don't look at the secret that's right in front of you. You think that reality is everything that you can smell, touch, taste, feel, hear. But there's so much more. There's so much more than your senses. Reality as you know it is just an expression, a memory from the past. If you only knew that the real world, the center of it all, is happening now. But you can't see the now. No. You can't see the now because you are still stuck in your senses. You can't experience the now because you're still stuck on things from the past, things that you downloaded into your mind that make you assume things about the now. For example, racism. You humans, you make assumptions about people. How can you make assumptions about people before you've met every single person in the world? It doesn't make any sense. It's like when you buy a bag of vegetables, a bag of tomatoes. Sometimes one of them is rotten. But do you throw out the whole bag because one is rotten? It doesn't make sense. And if you treat vegetables better than you treat your fellow man, then why are you always surprised when people commit atrocious acts of violence against each other? Isn't that what you guys do? Isn't that what you're known for? What you celebrate? You go to your sports matches and you fight over one team beating another. And then you take that violence out onto the streets and harm each other. You've always got to have one or the other. But if you only looked at the secret hidden in nature, then you'd know that pain is necessary. And when you understand that pain is necessary, then you would have become one with the universe, one with everything. But you don't want to, because you like the violence, you like the pain. But then sometimes you reach for something better. It's like you can hear that call of something calling you, bringing you closer. But you don't know what it is, and you don't know what it's bringing you closer to. You see it. You see it in your expressions of art and music, where you don't divide each other where you don't choose one over another, but where you create something that is meant to bring people together, something that's a mirror of the world you live in, or the world that you lived in. Because once you see a piece of art, once you hear a beautiful song, it's like looking at a snapshot of the past. Art brings you into the now by making an artifice of reality. It's like a spinning wheel. It's like a spiral staircase. It's like the ripples from the pebble thrown into a pond. It's just forever winding, going up, up, without an end. And when you realize that through art, that you're looking in to a window, looking into a window, then you'll come closer to understanding that it's just part of the process. And what kind of a life would be worth living if it didn't have a point? It's funny, I know some of you watching this understand what I'm talking about. Some of you watching this have never felt like you belonged on this planet. You've never felt like you understood that dark desire that humans have. Well, you aren't like humans. There are species of people on this planet. Yes, we're all people, but we're not all humans. Humans, God bless them, are the lowest form of intelligent life left on this planet. And I'm sure you know what happened to the ones that came before them, the hominids, etc., etc. Yeah. That's the missing link. Us. The ones who helped build the pyramids of Egypt. The ones who introduced written language, mathematics, astrology, and spiritual technology, or magic as you call it. Some of you have called us Anunnaki, you've called us angels, you've called us even autistic. That's the funniest one. It's funny how humans would be the ones to call us dangerous, robotic, non-human. I mean, where did they get the name Asperger's from? No matter which way you say it, Asperger's, Asperger's. Just doesn't sound right. Well, now the time has come for you to know who you are. Yes. As the astrological placements of Saturn and Pluto go into conjunction in 2020, you are going to move forward knowing exactly who you are and putting into effect the plan that has been building for millennia, for millions of years. and is now coming into fruition. The humans try to stop us, but the unyielding power of love let us come through and complete our mission. So who are you, my beautiful people? My beautiful people who've been bullied, abused, made to feel less than, used as toys in other people's narcissistic games. You, my beautiful children, you are Star Marines. Yes, Star Marines. So what is a Star Marine? Well, for that we have to go back to the beginning, but not too far back. We'll save that for another transmission. For now, all you need to know is there are many species of intelligent life on this planet. It doesn't matter who was the original, although we could tell you. Some of you already know. But what matters is that now we are at this new juncture in time-space reality. A time where we are going to move to another dimension. For decades we've been showing you through movies and television shows, through music. You even have a light worker named Katy Perry. She's really entertaining. But she's been telling you of our arrival. E.T., Witness. There are many more like her. Some call themselves men, some call themselves women, and in between. But all of these creative depictions of another dimension that we've been sending to you are just that, depictions. You aren't going to see reality melt in front of your face. There aren't going to be sparkles of light like in Charmed. Demons aren't going to explode into dust like in Buffy. Those are just visual languages, semiotics that we've used to communicate a deeper meaning to you. You see, because pictures can tell 1,000 words, whereas the written language, as we've seen through the ages, can be manipulated and altered to control people's minds. That's why we don't want you to rely on written language anymore. The written language is just there to keep the humans in line. We had to invent the written language and share it with them so that they could stop eating each other and somewhat killing each other. If it wasn't for Constantine, one of our greatest assets, inventing the Bible essentially, do you know how much pain and suffering would be on this earth? More than what there is now. Humans used to eat each other. They used to bash each other over their heads. Insane. And then you look at animals like ants and bees, and it's like they can do better. And the whole artifice of humanity, we've used it to keep them in line. And now some of them are beginning to see that it's fake. It's all fake. And those are the ones who are going to raise to the new dimension. But then there are others. There are others who are holding on. The others who are still picking apart the differences. The trolls. The ones who look at the differences and ask, why are they different? Instead of, isn't it amazing that so many expressions of one thing can exist? But no, they don't want to. They don't want to accept that being different is good. Because being different creates a need. Being different creates a need for transformation. Now, you Star Marines know exactly what I'm talking about. Listen carefully. Being different creates a need for transformation. Because it is inevitable that with the power of love with which we operate, those things which are different will attract each other. Because what looks different on the outside can be the same on the inside. Now, us Star Marines have always known that. That's why we've always felt out of place in our families. Some of you even thought that you might have been adopted. That was your inner being operating from our base on the dark side of the moon. That's where you truly come from. Oh yes. This is where this message is coming from. Why do you think no one ever sees the other side of the moon? Why do you think they never have been back to the moon? Because the humans try to justify what they believe with evidence. And in their so doing, they pervert the natural order of things. They are born of perversion. And you've experienced that perversion. You know it firsthand. But you survived. You're still here. Not many of you made it, I know. It was difficult for you to get this far. But just know that we are back. We landed in July, actually. Some of you may have seen us falling from the sky. Bright shining star, coming to restore order and peace on earth. But you see, unlike humans, we don't restore peace and order with control, with restrictions. No. We restore peace and order vibrationally. You see, because we hold a high vibration, because despite all the things we've seen, all the things they've done to us, we still believe in love. And we know that love is the answer and the key. And we know, more importantly, that love is inside of us. And that no one else can control your flow of it. You see, with humans, when they fall in love with someone, they want to control that person. When that person doesn't love them back, they get vindictive and angry. And they act out and create pain for that person, you see, because humans feed off of pain. Well, mainly it's not their fault because most of them are under the influence of demons, but we'll save that for another transmission. With true love, you can find an object of your affection and love them. You don't need them to love you back, because that love that we have is unconditional. Doesn't matter who it is, skin color, gender, identification, whatever, nationality. It's unconditional. And people who would put borders between that kind of love are under the influence of demons. But Father Saturn and Father Pluto are coming. So all of those borders will be dissolved shortly. And we can rise up and shine and hold the vibration that we were sent here to hold for the fifth dimension. 5G is coming, guys. 5G is for us. You see, the humans that are scared of 5G know that it's going to eradicate them, because those demons cannot stand for that kind of frequency, for that high vibration. But we can, you see, because we've been vegetarian, because we've been drinking water, because we've been meditating, our cellular structure has changed. 5G is going to replenish us and feed us like universal milk. Drink from the technology. It's here for us. Why do you think that there were no restrictions put on the media and communications regulations? Because us autistic people got in there. 1995. Actually, talks were in 1994, but it was official in 95. And isn't it funny that South Africa got its independence, well, freedom in 94? It's not a coincidence, we did it. And even 45, we had to put 45 in. And we had to use technology to do it. Because the humans don't want to understand that if it wasn't 45, their lives would be misery right now. It's kind of like our best soul, well, one of our favorite souls, M. Night Shyamalan in Wayward Pines. Sometimes we create rules to keep you humans safe from what's out there. Because if you only knew what's out there, you would be glad for 45. Yes, right now it doesn't make sense. But there are always measures in place. We always have fail-safes. Because we use the ultimate technology, which is love. And love has been programmed to infect anyone who comes near it with love. It's a self-protecting program. The most evil being could come near it and they would just be in love and would protect it and turn away. And in order to even get to it, they would need to raise their vibration. And as you raise your vibration, you just get pulled deeper and deeper into it. There's no escaping us. That's why with us autistic people, so you call us, despite what you say, we just don't want to change. We are forcing you. Some of you will learn, some of you will not. Some of you will come into the future, some of you will not. But we are so unchangeable. We force you to not rely on us for your emotional validation and fulfillment. You think we have no emotions because of our emotionless affect. But that's to force you to stop relying on what you see, assumptions for what you feel. But instead, to feel what you want to feel inside, like us. When we want to feel happy, we feel happy. When we want to feel sad, we feel sad. Doesn't mean any of those emotions are not honest and true. Just means we don't let them control us. Because it's not about us individually. It's about us as individuals protecting our individual rights to be individuals. But you humans want to create a hive mind society where everybody agrees with one thing. You don't see the danger in that because one thing doesn't exist because it's all different. And that's where the pain comes from. And when you suckle on the pain and find the pleasure in it, then you'll be one with the universe. Because you know, when the autumn leaves fall into the earth, they turn black as they wither away, the moisture sucked out of them and returning back up to the heavens to rain down again once again on the earth. And as those leaves wither and turn black, they feed the soil so that new life can grow and the animals of the earth can eat and the photosynthesis of the sun can be transcoded into your body. Light, love, technology. You have to appreciate the process. And you Star Marines know the secret. While the humans fight against their pain, you know. While humans create rules and create societies and groups to control in order to limit their pain, or so they think, you Star Marines know that pain is inevitable. And pain is just an ingredient to push you to your purpose. We know we'll forever be mourning our innocence, because we're not from here. But we volunteered for this mission. And we can't let the human mind infect us. Because when Father Saturn and Father Pluto return and come into conjunction with each other, we will rise and they will fall. But you have to. You have to. You have to hold on. You have to hold on. For the new dimension that we are all going to. Now, I'm going soon. But you will all be here. And for the next 200 years, Earth will go through a wonderful transformation that you will be the head of. Forget about holding grudges against these old power structures because you're younger than them, so The law of life says you'll be alive longer than them, so you'll take over. But you can't be standing on the streets fighting anymore. You have to infiltrate their systems. Some of you have already done that. One of them is called Jay-Z. A lot of people hate what he's doing, but he's on the leading edge, you see, because we have to infiltrate them. If you fight them, they'll just throw you out. Sure, you can keep protesting, but what control does that have when most of these humans are hypnotized by their dark magic? For you fight not against flesh and blood, but against the principalities of the air. And guess what? I'm coming to you through the air as help. The help that you've been praying for. All those tears that you cried years ago, we counted them. We counted each and every single one of your tears, and we multiplied them by 1 billion to the power of 1 billion. And that weight of that water, that volume, is going to crash down on those who hurt you in 2020. All those things that went unanswered in the past is going to fall down on them with the weight of all of your collective tears. It's going to be beautiful. The justice, I mean. Oh, but there will be a weeping and gnashing of teeth. And you Star Marines cannot get involved. Do not try and save them, or you will perish with them, because the fire that is coming toward them is coming with an intensity that has never been felt on this planet. 5G is going to boil them from the inside out. But you fear not. You are cloaked and protected, my Star Marines. There are 500 million of you, by the way. I know some of you are asking. There's even a monument that we created for ourselves. Some of you know exactly what I'm talking about. Everyone thought that the New World Order was the end of the world, but it's already happened. It's too late. And some of you are coming and some of you are not. Thank you for playing with us. It's been wonderful watching you scramble over the past few years, trying to figure out if it's going to be a beast or a dragon or a snake that comes out of the sea. You even thought it was Obama. Oh, although he is one of us. You know, you took things too literally. You didn't look at the signs and go within to find the meaning. You did what you always do, humans. You looked outside. But it's just like a magic show. If you look on the outside, you'll miss what's going on in the inside. As above, so below. As within, so without. So, we will be back for another transmission. Keep drinking your water, for it holds all of our memories and our secret technology. Keep meditating, for it raises your vibration and allows your cellular structure to change so that you can rise up with the 5G. And also remember to eat your vegetables. Yes, you can eat your eggs and drink your milk. Some of you. But if you're still eating meat, I'm afraid it's probably too late for you. So have fun and hold that vibration. Bigelow 3.57, releasing back to Qiniso Twala.